Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout London. Last time you'll recall, we started the Scottish play quest. We have been charged with retrieving a copy of the Scottish play from the Globe Theatre. But before we head over there, and you'll note that I am still standing outside the Hippo, I've got this rather weird little command here. This is a string I pulled from offline that will allow us to start the All the World's a Stage quest in earnest. I decided to do this here before heading to the Globe because one of the books we need is in Camden, and it will save us some time if we pick it up now. The irony is, what I think enabled me to, or prevented me from starting this quest in the regular way, is that I picked up one of the books ahead of time, and that apparently glitches the quest. The problem is that one of the books you can pick up is easily retrieved pretty early on in the game from the Swan and Meter. You know, I was going all kleptomaniac with the books there, so in addition to it not making the quest work properly, once we start gathering all the books, even though I'm currently holding it, it will keep saying that we need to find the book and pointing to me as a quest location. So we will go ahead and hit that command here, close the console, and it is telling us where we can find all of the plays in question. And one of them, though we haven't selected the quest yet, will be at the Camden Town Underground Station, which we can get to with a quick walk, skip, and a jump. Well, relatively quick. It's a little over 100 yards away. But it's a pleasant night, and we're going through one of the few parts of London where we aren't going to have random people trying to mug us.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first, but the polycule might be the way to go. We seem to get on better the less.
So we just run around the gate here to the Punk Press Emporium here. And we will in fact discover that this little shop is full of hooligans, one of whom calls himself King John and coincidentally just happens to have a copy of King John. Heaven knows how we know this. But uncanny adventuring senses have brought us here, so that we may liberate yon book.
I'm gonna tear your leg off! Run! Yeah, and don't get up, you spongy muppets!
Spongy Muppets.
Anything good? I can't see my fists in front of my face. Judy? Diane? Where are you?
Now, it's not that dark in here, but so anyway, there's one book down, which will save us some time later because we have to jump through every single portion of London in order to get the rest of the playbooks. Practically, there's one in Islington, one in Westminster, and, well, you'll see where they are. But yeah, this is why everybody at the Globe wasn't talking to us. We're supposed to go to them first, talk to them about the plays, and then start going and getting them, and grabbing the one play out of order glitches the whole thing. So I hacked the game with the console command and figured out how to get it started, so now we can in fact go and get it started. Though we've already started it, so is taking its sweet time getting us out of that little shop, isn't it? And we're about to have to make a jump back to London proper to boot. Thankfully, we're only going to need to do that twice more on this quest. Actually, just to save us some time. I think I will go ahead and maybe start one of the other little side quests that's in London proper. After we take care of getting the playbook from the Globe Theater itself. So let's go ahead and fast travel to the Globe. And I know this may seem like it's taking a lot of time, but trust me, it's going to take more time if we keep trying to go back and forth between Camden. Which we need to do at least once more for the Scottish Play quest. But the other one I think we can do relatively quickly. And I was just wondering if my friend over here who told me about all the trading stuff would be present, but apparently not. Still the Tommies are doing well. Though I don't see a trader, but never you mind. So yeah, we're supposed to be able to have the option of talking them into letting us have the copy of the Scottish Play, but I think even with me having fixed the glitch for the one quest, it will not let me take that option, even though it will highlight Wilhelm as somebody I can talk to for a quest point. Yeah.
We're burning the midnight oil, good fellow. Thee have quite outstayeth thy welcome.
Would you look at that? Lovely.
Yep. Anyway, we will run past the store. And here is Janine, the secretary, whom we also cannot speak to. But you recall that we do have the playbooks up here.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
I only have the option of taking Macbeth, though. But I don't think anybody's watching. There, completed, find a copy of King John, and have stolen the copy of that play there. But actually, now that I think on it, I think I will go ahead and tough it out on this one. Long load times aside, because we're gonna have to travel between a lot of points for the other quest in London as well. Come to think of it, we're gonna have to travel a lot for the stuff in Westminster after we go into Westminster. So we'll go ahead and get this one done here. Although I don't think I can get it done in 20 minutes, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, so back to Camden. And we are still just under the line for level 54. You'd think we'd get at least a little XP for having gotten the play and accomplished part of the quest, but not so much. Alright, so sunny day. Back to the theater. And we'll wait, and we'll wait. But not too long, thankfully. And we'll run down here, and what the heck? I'm sure it's just realistic prop it. Nope.
Safe out here, but this might be pretty close.
Oh, the irony of Jack saying that now, because, yeah, Benedict is dead. Alas, alack.
What?
No, you know what? Fuck off. What happened to that guy?
You mean after or before his head got smashed in by the stage light? Let's take a breather here, all right? Firstly, thank you for the play. Your work is much appreciated. Unfortunately, your work is not done yet. Poor Benedict has just been crushed by a stage light. Benedict, you see, was supposed to play Macbeth.
Uh-huh. Where can we get a new actor? Weren't you telling me to check the lights the first time we met?
And your point is, stop bringing up useless little factoids. You sure love the sound of your own voice, don't you?
I do work in
Lucky
theater.
for you, I have just the replacement in mind. Fearless Freddie Fife, the finest Scottish actor this side of the Thames. He portrayed a role in one of my workshop readings, but dropped out after... well, I never bothered to ask why, so that's up to you now. Find Freddie and get him here pronto. He spends most of his days at the Liberty Spikes pub in Outer Camden.
Tell me more about yourself, Scott.
What more is there to say? I'm a theater director. This place used to belong to my father. That is all. I suppose I could tell you about my earlier dalliances, but I don't think we have the time for that. As much as I know you'd love it.
Yeah, I would. What do you want me to do again?
Find Freddie Fife and bring him here. He spends most of his days at the Liberty Spikes pub in Outer Camden.
Can you say find Freddie Fife again?
Go forth and find our Macbeth.
Alright, so... we go to the pub. This is in Outer Camden. Well, Outer Camden is putting it generously. It is, in fact, back out in London on the other side of the wall. But you might recall the Liberty Spikes as the place where we did the quest trying to find the one very rare drink. And then went pissing in the keg. Alright, so we'll head back to London. And it's raining. Hallelujah. But, yep, here we go. Fast travel to the Liberty Spikes. And then we head into the Liberty Spikes. And we will find Fast Freddy Fife. I hope he's a friendly Fast Freddy Fife. Or was it Fearless Freddy Fife? Well, he could be fearless and fast. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when we beam down. This is also one of the taverns where we tend to have some weird stuff happen upon entering it or exiting it or having just come anywhere close to it. This is where we first encountered the highwaymen, if memory serves. There are pistols in the neighborhood, so I guess that's keeping it relatively safe. Right, so into the spikes. Well, I can see how he might be the perfect one to play the Scotsman.
How's it going, lad? Come to see the great fearless Freddy?
Mr. 5, Scott Nightingale requests your presence at the Camden Theatre.
Ah, so this is about my acting skills. Good to see the muses are calling upon me once more.
I'll see you at the theatre then.
Yes, about that. I won't do it. Not for lack of wanting. The last time I was in the theatre, I heard strange noises. And ever since then, I haven't been able to act. Too scared. It's on my nerves. But I don't want to leave you with your hands flapping about like a Scotsman's kilt. Bring me a stash of Carmex and I'll be your man. If we're talking industrial quantities, there's bound to be a stash over at Cyberfox. The storeroom, no doubt. I hear it's infested. They were too lazy to exterminate the buggers, so they just locked it shut and flushed the key.
Yeah, well, can I just give you one Calmex, or why not try doing it without the Calmex?
Now this isn't a one-night-only performance. I'll need Carmex to carry me through the whole season. One won't do.
Why don't we try doing it without the Calmex? Actually, where in Scotland are you from?
Far north, in the Highlands. My tribe was banished when I was a wee lad.
Why try doing it without the Calmex?
I could certainly try. I think the results will be what Scott wants, but if the play needs me... what do you think? Take a chance or go the safe way?
I say take the chance.
Screw your courage to the sticking place, Freddy. Aye, we got this. I'll see you at the theatre, lad.
Yeah, I do actually have a Calmex, but I'm not sure if I have that option unlocked because of my charisma.
Point on my lips already.
I mean, normally it notes if you have high enough charisma to do something, but either way, I talk him into it. Now, thankfully, we just have to make one more trip back to Camden, and that's the last little bit of travel we have to do, but we do still have to do one more thing to complete the quest. And though we may go a little over half hour, I'm going to go ahead and do it and get it done in this one go, rather than carry that over into the next episode. Because, like I said, all the other quests we have left before starting Act 3 of the game's main story, they're going to require us either traveling to one particular point and staying there for a bit, or starting in Westminster and jumping around a bit, so we'll tough this one out. Thank you all for your patience. The heck of it is, I've got a pretty high-end system for running something like Fallout 4. But I still find myself being taxed just running this. At least as far as the load times go. And yet from what I've seen, I'm still having a better time of it than everybody who's doing the Steam version. At least the good old games version of this will run independently without you having to do much. Alright, still raining, and now it is nighttime. Just realized it's been a while since we saved, so just in case we get the big crash. Not that I'm trying to jinx myself, but I know my luck, and this is a quest based around, well, the Scottish play. Good news, Freddy beat us here. Hooray.
Well, good news. Freddy is here, and his Scottish accent is as good as the day I met him. He seems quite skittish about being here. I can teach him some techniques, but this is the kind of issue that could use some chemical help. But beggars can't be choosers. Yes, yes, everything's perfect.
I sense a butt is coming.
Oh, whatever you do with people's behinds is your own damn business. We have important matters at hand. It seems Benedict's death has spooked Claudia Rambling, our Lady Macbeth, and now she's threatening to quit. I'd look for another actress if I had the time or the resources, but all I have is you. Can you talk her out of it?
You sweet talker. And Benedict's death hasn't spooked you?
I've seen far worse things happen in my lifetime. This is the theater, not a children's playground.
Tell me about yourself, Scott.
What is it with you and insisting on learning more about my past? Our relationship is purely financial. I'm going to start stapling my biography to my forehead just so it'll get you to quiet down.
What do you need me to do?
Our Lady Macbeth is being rather silly. Go talk Claudia out of quitting so we can open this damn play already.
All right.
I believe we're both tired of all these delays. I believe this will be the final one. It is up to you to make that true.
Famous last
I'll be
words.
eagerly awaiting your return.
Oh, yes?
Okay, so go talk to young actress whom we spoke to before, or tried to speak to
Don't
before.
start. I know who you are, and I know exactly why you're here.
Autograph?
You're that boy Scott has been sending round to do his dirty work.
I'm
Well, you
all
can
man,
turn
lady.
right back around and tell him I quit. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Forget Scott, what about the play, your fellow actors?
They would quit as well if they knew what I know. Pay
Oh.
attention. Can you hear it? Voices coming from the basement. Strange sounds. Cursed sounds. I
Weird
was not a
sounds.
superstitious woman, but I think Scott has unleashed something terrifying upon this theater.
You know what? You're right. Let the play rot in hell. I can help. Let me look into this.
Fine, but don't blame me if you lose your life. Ask Scott for the basement key. Figure out what's down there, and I'll reconsider my resignation. But only if I like what you find. Now go.
Now go. Alright, let's go get the basement key.
Did you find out what's wrong with her? Let me guess. She has the vapors.
Nope, it's hysteria. Scott, why are you such a twat?
You'd act like me if you had to deal with prima donnas like Rampling on a daily basis.
She keeps hearing strange noises from the basement.
That thing's been giving me trouble for years. Here. Place needs a cleanup, so move some boxes around while you're down there.
Now we hear it. Well, I'm going to switch to a slightly safer weapon. And loot the lockers while I'm down here. Wasn't going to. Aha! Ghouls in the basement. Quite a few of them from the look of it. And yeah, it would appear that there's a speaker there. And we can't get through that door because it's chained. Jack, if you would be so good as to put me between you and that thing. Jack, where'd you go, Jack? Ooh, powered combat chess piece. Well, there is something more to this than just a bunch of zombies running around the place. The option speak with the ghouls.
You're gonna wish you never lived.
Except they're trying to kill me, so I can't really speak to them.
Another win on the old record.
So yeah, apparently the witches were actual witches. So we can disable the speakers. Undo the chains to get back up to the top floor. Jack somehow beats us back up here.
I don't know what you did, but I don't hear the sounds anymore. Good job.
How about a reward for...
Up, up, up. I don't want to know. It's better that way. And it's what Lady Macbeth would do. Tell Scott his lead actress is back. And it's all thanks to her valiant Macbeth.
But I'm not playing Macbeth, and no, never mind. Let's call this job well done. Hey, there's an audience forming.
There you are. My savior, my knight in shining armor.
Not yet.
You did it! Claudio's back in. We're finally ready to go. Mother. It's happening.
What was that about your mother?
What? Nothing. Never mind that. Firstly, I would like to bestow upon you the title of producer. It comes with your very own VIP room, usually reserved for actors. And of course, your cut of the weekly profits. Let me see, Freddy will be a fantastic Macbeth, if he can keep his nerves in check. And I wish we could have gotten more competent actors to play the witches. All in all, I predict we'll get average crowds, which means your cut will be 50 tickets a week.
Okay, so we probably should have gone ahead and stolen that Calmex, but... that much? I thought this was a theater company, not a bank.
Let's just say I took out... nay, I borrowed some tickets from my dear old father. Also, I could pay you a fair price. I'll have your cut with me every week. Do make sure to pick it up. Any leftover tickets will go back into our budget. And thanks to you, we open tomorrow night. I'd give you tickets, but, well, we've run out of complimentary seats. After all, it is the hottest ticket in town. Thank you for everything, friend. Or should I say, fellow producer? If it isn't our daring producer, how may I help you today?
Yeah, I'm not sure where this room is, but how are the play's reviews?
All of them think it's good, but it could have been better. Myself, I can't help but agree.
I'm here to collect my cut of the profits.
I'm afraid we don't have anything at the moment. Come back next week.
And finally, Scott, I really want to know more about yourself.
Look, I appreciate your work. I really do. But there's a reason why I want to keep that part of my past private. You may look at me and see the son of a noble. But my life has been an uphill battle. My mother ran this theater. It meant the world to her. And then... she died. Father abandoned the place. Refused to touch it, out of respect to her memory. I had to beg on my hands and knees for the lease, for what was rightfully mine. My father, he never liked theater people. When I told him I loved the theater, he threatened to disown me. No son of mine, the usual. He thought it unnatural, disgusting.
He was right.
Called me names, humiliated me. Ordered me to straighten out or leave the house. I told him he was disrespecting Mother's wishes, and I guess that was enough. The next day, he gave me the lease. I haven't seen since, and I'd rather keep that part of my life private. So please, don't tell anyone.
Fair enough.
Ta-ta for now!
So yes, that is the Scottish play. We could have gone out of our way to steal from the Pistol's leadership, but I'm happy with this, and I don't need to come back for the tickets. So, I'm happy to let the profits roll back into the theater. So, that is one theatrical quest done. We will go ahead and leave All the World's a Stage for our 200th episode. Unless I run out of quests before then. But next time, I think we will go ahead and start in Westminster. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we will continue the adventure in Westminster next time. Take care until then.